Trustees, January 20th, 2021 meeting to order in accordance with the current executive orders of the governor. The Board of Trustees is permitted to meet in person and to permit public attendance at the meeting, subject to certain limitations. The Board of Trustees is holding this meeting in person. The public is permitted to attend. As an accommodation to those members of the public who have health and safety concerns related to COVID-19, the public also may hear the meeting on the Village of North Hills YouTube channel. In accordance with the Open Meetings Law, the public has the right to be heard on agenda items, which are public hearings. On all other matters, the public does not have the right to comment on agenda items unless authorized by the rules of the board. Interested members of the public who wish to provide comments on an agenda item or public hearing may do so in person or through the written chat section on the Village YouTube channel. Comments may also be provided via email during the meeting to village administrator at villagenorthhills.com. The clerk will now call the roll for attendance at this meeting by members of the board and relevant village staff.
Mayor Natus.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Scambati.
Present.
Trustee Lentini. Present. Trustee Arnold.
Present.
Trustee Cohen. Present. Building Superintendent Chinquamani.
Present.
Village Attorney Levin.
Present.
There is a quorum, Mayor.
Quorum of the board is in attendance, and we can begin the business of this meeting. I'm going to ask you all to rise as Mary Ann Carroll leads us in the pledge of allegiance.
Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge
I pledge
allegiance
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The next meeting of this board will be Wednesday, February 17th, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. And the place or access location will be announced on the village website. I'll now entertain a motion. Are there any corrections or changes to the minutes of December 22? And I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as circulated.
I make that motion.
I second that motion. Trustee Cole makes the motion, Trustee Arnold seconds. All in favor? We have to call the board. Yes, please.
Mayor Natus.
Yes.
You're not recording this, right? It's a public meeting, so you don't have to call
Okay.
Just a
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it's unanimous. Minutes have been approved. Now, before we take up the next item on the agenda, the public hearings, there are two resolutions which were circulated to this board. And the first resolution as circulated, and I'll make the motion that we adopt the Seabrook resolution as circulated.
And I'm sorry, you're doing these out of order, then you're doing public first?
Yes, yes.
I'll second the mayor's motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. So in connection with the Buckley application, case number 18-01, small b, t, Since we've adopted the resolution, with regard to SEQA, I'll now move that public hearing be adjourned to the February meeting. Is there a second?
Removing the motion that was submitted in draft?
Yes, as circulated, correct.
I second that motion.
All right, the mayor makes the motion, trustee Cohen seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Now, with regard to the other public hearing, 5A, since it's my decision that public hearings be adjourned until it's safe for our public to attend, I'm going to move that that matter also be adjourned, that public hearing. This is the RXR case number 20-01 RB, application of RXR North Hills Phase 1. I'd like to adjourn that to February pursuant to the resolution that was previously circulated to the members of this board.
I'll second the motion.
The mayor makes the motion, Deputy Mayor Scambati seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Item 6, finance and operations. Can we please have the treasurer's report?
Yes, checking account, $7,258,323.78. Repair reserve, $727,520.36. Park and recreation, $1,015,488.76. Capital reserve, $257,669.38. Special escrow, $103,876.23. Community amenities, $37,160,027.14.
I didn't hear you recite the trust and agency checking account.
Those balances, are zero. They're basically in and out at the end of the month.
Thank you. Any questions with regard to the treasurer's report? Anyone? And I'll entertain a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Lentini makes the motion. Is there a second?
I second.
Trustee Cohen seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next on the agenda are the transfer appropriations from the general fund. These are general fund reimbursement transfers. There's a memo dated January 15th. $200 from community amenities to the general fund. And that's some sort of shuttle expense. It was labels for the shuttle pass renewal.
Make a motion to transfer appropriation.
Trustee Cohen makes the
I second
motion.
that motion.
Trustee Arnold seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Are there any questions with regard to the payment of claims that also was circulated to the board? Warrant number 01/21. Anyone? Nobody has any question with regard to it, then
I'll make a motion to approve the expense report.
payment of claims?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Scambati makes the motion, warrant number 01/21. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Lentini seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you also, and work on it tomorrow. The next item for board discussion, item number 7A, there's a memorandum from Marion Lovacaro dated January 8th. This is in connection with the fire suppression system at Village Hall. We have proposals from Johnson Controls for annual testing and inspection of the following systems, both the sprinkler gas system and the wet and dry sprinkler fire extinguishers. As you noted from the memorandum, there's been no increase in the annual price since 2015. And in connection with the wet and dry sprinkler, they reduced the price by $173.20. So Johnson Controls is on state contract. You saw the relevant documentation. And I'll entertain a motion, therefore, to approve this request.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Cohen makes the motion, trustee Arnold seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item on the agenda, we have to set a hearing date in connection with the Roslyn Fire Companies. There's a fire protection contract. As you know, we have a separate fire contract with Roslyn Fire for those communities that are closest to the Roslyn Fire Company firehouse. So we have to set a hearing date for that, and the numbers that you see are here. We won't get into the details, but we will have to set this down for a public hearing. I'll make a motion then that we adjourn into February for a public hearing.
The second the mayor's motion.
Do we take the date and time, please?
Yes, to adjourn to February 17th, 2021 at the meeting, which is, the meeting starts at 7:30. Put the public hearing on the agenda. I made that motion, and the deputy mayor seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next item on our agenda for discussion, Nassau County Hazard Mitigation Plan. There was a memo dated January 15th from Maria Locaro. Mary, you want to fill us in on this?
Yeah, so we submitted the plan to the state, and the state, to Nassau County. Nassau County submitted to the state. And the two action plans that we had combined, and we had initially done, they sort of combined that into one and asked us to come up with another action plan. And that is why I came up with the, we do have a lot of trees on just the trees that are on our village property. During Isaias, we lost 9 trees here at Village Hall. So we just thought it would be a good idea to have some type of formal program for the trees in the park, here at Village Hall, and on the village right of way. So we had some experts look at the trees and evaluate the trees on an annual basis.
And this is now the revised project worksheet and the draft resolution.
Yes,
Yeah, Mayor, the village administrator worked with the hazard mitigation plan people. We didn't have too much to offer for hazard mitigation because we don't have roads, we don't have sewers, we don't have water rain off of any type flooding. Mary Ann spoke to the people at Nassau County, and they came up with one, an outreach program, which I think would be an excellent awareness for the residents of the village of North Hills, as well as the tree maintenance program that Marion just described. And as you can see, the estimated cost for the, if you follow along with the proposed projects, the outreach in education would be between $10,000 and $20,000, and the tree maintenance program would be approximately $20,000.
Any questions? Any discussion?
And we'd like the Board of Trustees to adopt a resolution approving the Nassau County Hazard Mitigation Plan for the Village of North Hills.
The resolution that was circulated for the Nassau County Hazard Mitigation Plan, the deputy mayor is making a motion and requesting that the board adopt that resolution that was circulated. Is there a second?
Second.
Mayor, may I ask a question before you do that?
Yes, certainly.
I'm a little confused. First of all, I think there were two resolutions circulated. I think the village administrator circulated one and I circulated a different one. And I'm not sure what the discussion about the trees that you just had has to do with the adoption of the hazard mitigation plan.
The tree maintenance program is something where the Nassau County worked with Mary Ann and myself, and they asked us if we can establish a tree maintenance program.
Yeah, and it does,
in the village.
it is pertinent because according to the county, trees in the community present hazards to roads, residents.
Tom, excuse me, Tom, so what happens is within the hazard mitigation plan, each stakeholder has an annex, and in that annex, they identify potential projects that they could use, that they will do over the course of the 5-year plan to mitigate hazards.
Okay, so that still doesn't answer my question. Neither the resolution that the administrator prepared nor the resolution I prepared references this premium.
Because it's,
It's
because
just,
it's part of the hazard mitigation plan that's going to be adopted. It's already part of that plan. It's not a separate plan. It's part of the hazard mitigation plan.
The problem here is you're adopting a hazard mitigation plan that has not yet been finished. The county has not adopted it yet. So we don't know what is going to be in the final county plan until there is a final county plan.
I spoke with Susan Park, who is, who said that the plan was up and was adopted, so I stand corrected, but I was taking direction from Susan Park, who works for the Nassau County, hazard mitigation.
I understand that, but I have not seen the county has a plan to know if this addition maintenance program is in fact part of the plan. So I'm trying to figure out what the connection between the two of them is, and whether the resolution has to say anything about that.
Well, every village that is, every stakeholder that is part of the hazard mitigation plan has an annex, and that annex is part of the Nassau County plan.
I understand that, but you just said you have not seen the final adopted plan, neither have I, so you don't know if that annex is in it or not.
Well, Tom, they supplied it, excuse me, they supplied us with a worksheet outlining different items that would be related to our CF, the critical facilities, that protect our facility. And then the only two items that we were able to relate to was, as I mentioned, the hazard risk awareness, outreach and education. And the second is
that's not my question.
okay.
My question is very simple. You're adopting a Nassau County hazard mitigation plan. Apparently, nobody has seen it.
It's on,
So you
Tom,
don't know
I,
within the final plan that the county is on.
Tom, it is, it's on,
You don't know if this is part of it
Tom, if you go to the village website and you look on the village website, there's a link to the Nassau County mitigation plan, and this is in the plan. This is there in the plan. It's there in the plan, but,
That the county is on.
okay, but Tom, you know what? If that's, we have plenty of time to adopt it. If you think it's prudent to hold it over to the next meeting, that's fine. If that's what you'd like to do, that's fine. There's no rush in this.
It's up to the board what they want to do. I'm just trying to point out to you that you should not adopt a plan without knowing what's in it. And if you intend this program to be in it, you should make sure that it is before you adopt it.
It is in it, but that's okay. We can hold it off to the next meeting.
It's in it because the county gave the list to us of these items, of several items, to see which of those items we were willing and which fit in, as the deputy mayor said, because he was part of that conversation.
So I understand that. Somebody telling me that they're going to put something in the plan, it's not the same thing as actually putting it in the plan.
No, it's our plan, Tom. It's the village of North Hills plan.
Then why do you call it the Nassau County plan?
Because they want us to adopt what we're going to do within the Nassau County hazard mitigation plan as part of the update. So if you tell me that we're not going to be in the plan until you see it, we'll wait. What's the big deal? So we'll wait.
Okay, the point I'm making is what you're saying confirms what I'm trying to tell you, which is you're saying this is going to be in the plan. If you are adopting the county plan, whatever that is, I'm just suggesting you should not adopt it unless you know what it is. And once you know what it is, you would know if your maintenance program is or is not actually in it. Not that they told you it would be in it, but whether it actually is.
Tom, I should have spoken. Susan, there's the link to the plan on the village website, and the annex that I circulated is included in that plan. But again, if we want to err on the side of caution, there is no problem.
It's up to the board what they want to do and which of the two resolutions they want to adopt.
Tom, Dennis, did you get the spreadsheet for what, the Nassau County Susan Park hazard mitigation person, went over, reviewed with the, our village administrator?
No.
That's what I was looking for.
But again, I say the same thing, that a spreadsheet of what's going to be in the plan, what somebody told you is going to be in the plan, what somebody asked you to give them so they could put it in the plan, is all different from what is actually in the plan.
Again, if you go to the village website and you click
I
on,
understand that, Mary Ann, you can say that as much as you want, but I haven't seen it. If you've seen it and this is in it, and the board is satisfied with it, that's fine. I'm just saying, I haven't seen it in the plan.
I think
Get
it
it on the
ought
website?
Yes,
You've been on the village website and it's not in there?
I've been on the county website.
Mary Ann, the plan that was on the village website, is that incorporating the county website?
yeah, it's a link.
It's a link?
It's a link. If you go to the home page of the village website, it links you to the Nassau, you said click here and it links you to the Nassau County website, which is the Nassau County Hazard Mitigation Plan. If you check the annex for the village of North Hills, exactly the spreadsheet that I attached to the January 15th.
So it's already in the plan?
It is in the plan, yes.
It's in the plan, okay, then we should adopt, then I have no problem adopting the resolution, as submitted, because it's on the website and it's in the plan.
Okay, that's when the board can do what it likes. Which resolution, when you say that resolution, there's two, which one?
Well, I only saw one, so I'm not sure which is the second.
It would be the one that was circulated by the village attorney.
And where did the other one come from?
One was just a draft that I had gotten from the Nassau County Office of Emergency Management, and then the village attorney circulated an updated or revised one.
Now, what's the difference? Let me look at it. there any difference between the two plans?
Yeah, my plan has a secret, my resolution has a secret finding in it, the county doesn't. The county doesn't need to do that because the county is the lead agency, but you're an involved agency, so you have to make your own secret finding. You can't stop the county resolution.
Okay. Then I move that we adopt the resolution circulated by Mr. Levin.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor? I made the motion, Deputy Mayor Scambati second, all in favor?
Aye.
I do have a request. I have a request by email from Bruce Miggets. He's requesting that we read the Buckley resolution into the record.
Mr. Levin, did you hear that?
Yeah. I heard that.
Mr. Miggets wants us to read the Buckley resolution into the record.
That's up to you. You have the resolution and it's gonna be spread in minutes when the minutes is done. It's up to you if you wanna read it. It's not being recorded, so I don't know what that accomplishes.
Okay, so do we have to waste the time by reading it into the record?
Well, I'm not gonna use the term waste of time. It's up to you whether you wanna do that.
It will be in the minutes, won't it?
It always gets spread in the minutes, because if you have the resolution, it's gonna be spread in the minutes. But the board had it, they read it, if you wanna read it, allow it, you can read it out loud.
Which one does he want read into the record? The state of Vermont, the secret resolution?
He just, the only request is please read the Buckley resolution into the record. I'll ask him to record.
It's 4 pages long and it will be reflected in the minutes. Don't even ask. It's 4 pages long. It's been circulated to all of the trustees and it's of record in the minutes. Let's continue. Item 7D. Is there an update on the Little Cane Park?
So, yeah, at this point, we just need to discuss if there's any questions or any concerns with the bid documents as.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Would you please speak up here?
Sorry, Tom.
There's a lot of papers being shuffled around that are overriding.
Okay.
So at this point, the board just needs to decide if there's any questions or any concerns with the bid documents as they were circulated, and we need to finalize dates to be put on the bid documents, and then we can move forward with the park project.
Peter, did you say you wanted to do this in executive session?
Well, I don't know, I remember last time we spoke about this, the bid documents have been circulated, everyone's had them for a while now. Last time Tom was not at the meeting, we're unable to attend, so I know there were some questions at that time, so we held off doing anything, so I don't know if this should just be for board discussion, if we want to talk about this in executive session. I'm not sure, Tom, if you want to weigh in here.
And I'm not sure what the executive session would be, the subject would be.
I'm not either.
Okay, so at that point, ultimately, I believe the board just needs to decide on dates to install on the document, and we can move forward.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you said.
Sorry, Tom, I said at this point, the board needs to decide what dates we want to put on the bid documents so that we can move forward.
Tom, would you like us to put the bid documents in, between now and the February 17th meeting? And to get a copy to you to take a look at, and then we can,
If I recall, I wrote them.
no, we don't have dates we don't have dates on them.
Well, then, the board is supposed to set those dates.
Mr.
Okay.
Kimbrelli, and Secretary Escobar, what dates would you like, do you think it's practical for these bid documents to go out?
At this particular time, I think I'm gonna need, a half hour to speak to, Peter about it.
Okay, then we'll put it over, you want to put it over to the February meeting?
Yes, I think, yeah.
Okay.
The bid documents will go out, and, they'll get approved on, February 17th, and then we can send them out at our leisure. We're not gonna be, doing work in the next 3 months in the park.
Right, no problem.
I'm not sure people understand what we're talking about here. You have to fix the date that the bids have to be returned. Everything else works backwards from that date.
Okay,
Right, so he wants to figure out with Mr. Cinquemani,
Mm-hmm.
before we fix that date, they want to work on that date, and in February, they'll tell us the date that they want inserted, and the board will then approve that date.
Fine.
So we're waiting until February to work it out with Mr. Cinquemani.
let's do that.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Item number 8, any unfinished business? Item number 9, any new business before we go into executive session? Okay, then I'll move that we go into executive session. We'll return to public session after executive session. Is there a second? We have to have legal advice. We're going into,
You have to state the purposes of the executive session.
I said for legal advice. We have several matters that we have to discuss and get legal advice.
Okay?
I'll second the mayor's motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're gonna go into executive session. We'll be back in public session with.
make a motion to,
We're back in public session from executive session. And there was a request from council for Buckley for the resolution to be read on the record. Now, it has been circulated and we all have a copy. If Mr. Miggets, who is counsel for Buckley, wants a copy of that resolution, there's one here available for him if you want to come over now and get it. Or Mr. Levin, our village attorney, will be happy to email you a copy as soon as this meeting is adjourned. So, Mr. Miggets, if you're listening or if you're still on, we are transparent. We do have the resolution available for you, but it did make sense to read it on the record when it's 3 or 4 pages long, and it's here for you to review and look at. But Mr. Levin will give you a copy in any event tonight. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's okay, I have the YouTube on and there's no sound.
There's no sound. You're still muted, Mr. Chair?
No, it's on.
The YouTube is frozen and, hold on, let me see here.
No,
There we
excuse
go.
me, Mr. Levin, I'm monitoring it, it's live and there is sound. That's what I'm doing here. I have my computer, so.
All right, good. Okay. Hopefully Mr. Miggets heard what I said, and he can have a copy of that resolution, and Mr. Levin will provide one to him tonight. The next item that we should take up is I will make a motion that the Whitewood and North Hills condominium request of December 11th, 2020, for them to pay an application fee for the work they've done, that under the circumstances, we grant the waiver of the triple penalty.
I second the motion.
All right, I made the motion, Deputy Mayor Skibati second, all in favor?
Aye.
That was approved. Mario, would you please let the president of Whitewood know that we approved it
Yes.
on the record?
Have they paid their balance of the actual currency? Is that still up?
They're gonna pay it.
No, they haven't paid yet.
They have not paid because they're waiting for us to give them an answer.
Okay, so you can't get the CPs until they pay that.
Right. No certificates until they pay, right.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else?
Yeah, we have to, rescind the shuttle contract, that was approved.
Right, I'm waiting for a motion to rescind the amendment to the contract.
Please, that's not the motion that I think you should make. The board authorized an amendment, to the shuttle contract, which was never executed due to the pandemic.
Correct.
So my suggestion is the board ought to rescind the resolution authorizing the amendment contract.
Yeah, that's what I said, that's what. Okay,
All right, you see,
I
you
make
said,
that, I make that,
Deputy Mayor Skibati makes that resolution, that makes that motion, that, since the amendment was never executed as a result of the pandemic, that we rescind the approval of the amendment.
I second that.
Trustee Cohen seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous, Mr. Levin.
Okay.
Anything
the
else?
New York Electrical Inspection, Division, we're going to, create,
Well, no, we're not approving them at all, their request, because we're gonna have we're gonna create some legislation to protect the village.
okay, does that have to go on the record?
No.
Oh, okay, no.
Anything else?
Mr. Levin said that we can approve the fire contract tonight.
No, it's for public hearing.
We got the public hearing.
We have to set it for public hearing.
And that'll be February 17th.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make that motion.
Trustee Cohen makes the motion, trustee Arnold second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
at 8:45 p.m.
Thank you, Tom.